So yeah, we finished the Outer Rim party, and now we're gonna continue and do the mechanics of it, which is what's gonna which is gonna pump out the lava to flow all the way through the caves and power everything up, because that's the power source of these orcish fiends,
orcish type people.
Or commonly known.
Or orcs.
So explain a bit more of what this power system is.
We found the core, the lava core. Now we're going to extend it to make a bigger source, and we're going to try and build a pipe here to extract the lava. And this is going to be the pump that's going to make it for us. So we're going to go down this side now. Come here this way. Somewhere we build this way. We're going to go under the piston so that we can do our wiring. And we're going to need...
It's very unprofessional. When you clear your throat, you have to move away from the mic.
You got it like Chocolate Rain guy, you know?
Yeah, you move away from the mic.
So you can breathe.
That's right. You better believe it.
From the mic, so you can breathe.
We can remove this layer, tapium, so that we can see what we're doing better.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll put it back when we finish our wiring. Okay.
Right.
We're going to start by placing some repeaters here.
Repeaters.
Oh.
Peters.
We won't need that one. Okay. What we need to do is to get all these pistons pumping up. So I'm going to do a one-time clock here.
A one-timer.
One time for the people.
One clock.
One time for the people. One time for the people.
One time for the people.
One time for the people.
Now we got a clock there. Now we have to join up all this.
Okay, so you do it on one side and I'll do it.
Okay, see if we get it. We might have to fiddle about it a bit to make sure we get power to all the pistons.
Power to the people.
Hey,
all over it. I'm all over it.
How's that?
Ooh, how's that? How's that?
That's a beauty. That's a beauty. Yo, that's a beauty.
Okay, we got power there. Let's remove it because I'm going to use special material here. Some gold. I like gold.
Gild it. We're gonna gild it.
We're gonna gild it. This was Badrock's idea. So
Balrog.
Balrog of Artafor.
Bardock.
Father of Barkanyoko.
Rastro, get back to work. Get out of here.
Sorry.
Second cousin twice removed to Hardamfor. Neighbor to Penkpolo.
Excuse me, Barda.
Sorry,
now
sorry.
we are going to continue.
I was just reciting my genealogy there.
Don't get carried away. We're going to start building the conduit that's going to take. We're thinking here we're going to get this lava out of the center of the earth, and we're going to power all our town. This is what we usually do. We orcs. We use the lava as much as we can. So
orc way of life.
It's a clean way. It's a clean way.
Yeah, we're going to use it for powering our generators. We're going to use it as a light source, and we're going to build some pipes here to take this lava all over the town.
Very eco-friendly. That.
I'm curious.
Oh yeah, I'm very warm.
I'm curious. What do orcs eat in this cave? Because there's not really anything apart from like mushrooms and stuff that grow down here.
We usually. What do you think we are green? Think about it. Why are we green?
You eat your boogers?
No. We eat slimes and we eat creepers.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
That is disgusting.
But that's what we have down here, mate.
That's just wrong.
Have you tried kangaroo?
Kangaroo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have actually.
Well, is it nice or not?
It's a bit tough.
Yeah, well, creepers are quite soft, so they're very nice.
I have actually tasted kangaroo.
So
creepers taste like chicken then.
Not exactly chicken, more like a pork chicken mix. But no, they're quite tasty. I like them.
Pork chicken mix.
A pickin'.
Never had one of those.
A pickin'.
A pickin', yeah.
I'm a pickin' my nose.
All right.
And
So
of course,
what a. Okay, back to work. So what are we doing? We're just doing a pipe that's gonna float everything, right?
we are going to go up to as far as we can go up, and then we are going to start diverting to different areas. This is going to be the main source of lava. Although we have other sources in other places in this cave, this is going to be our main because it comes directly from the center. We are going to be pumping, but at intervals it's going to be an extra pressure because every period of time that it erupts. So we are going to have to work quickly before it erupts.
Okay, so stop talking. Back to work.
Yeah.
Slave
Oh,
driver.
I think it's erupting now.
Oh my God.
Sorry, false alarm.
You don't want to be in there when it erupts.
Because this is all glass, you may well suppose it would fall, topple over or break. So we're going to be reinforcing this
Well, first thing I would have thought was it would melt, but okay.
No. This is glass. This is very high temperature glass. Yeah.
It's
Very high
glass.
lava-proof glass.
Forged in the pits of doom.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Doomered.
So
Okay, I'm going to get the pump working now,
do it.
and then
Pump it up.
pump it up.
Pump it up. But you should probably block it at the top so it doesn't all explode.
Yeah. The pumps are I'm just doing tests here. It's not pumping yet. It's just you think it's pumping, but it's not.
Okay.
So we're gonna block it here with what is the hardest substance known to man? An
Obsidian.
oak,
Chuck Norris.
Bedrock.
a diamond. So I'm
Pretty
gonna
sure
use
it's Chuck
I'm
Norris.
gonna use a diamond block here to block it off just for the time being, whilst we reinforce the whole thing. We don't want this crystal tower to come down, toppling on our heads.
Right.
Okay, if Chuck Norris is such a badass, how come Bruce Lee kicked his ass?
Because he was acting.
Oh, so in real life he's the strongest man alive.
I saw a documentary on Chuck Norris actually a few weeks ago, and he was speaking about that. He was speaking how they'd met before and they'd been training together and all this stuff, and then Bruce Lee asked him, "Hey, you want to come and record in a movie that I'm doing?" And it was Chuck Norris, who wasn't an actor then, he was just like a martial arts trainer, said, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool." So they're doing the fight, and even though Chuck Norris lost the fight, it was kind of a tight match, and that wasn't normal for his movies. So anyway, so Chuck Norris asks Bruce Lee, so who's gonna win this fight anyway? And Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee says, "Well, I'm gonna win this fight. It is my movie." So it's kind of get down, stay down. You might be Chuck Norris, but he wasn't.
But I'm Bruce Lee.
But I'm Bruce Lee. Well, Chuck Norris wasn't the legend that he is now, so that's understandable.
I would bet for Bruce Lee anytime, any day. No matter how tough you think Chuck Norris is, Bruce Lee was tougher.
No way. Chuck Norris is a grand master of martial arts. He's not a black belt, he's not a whatever color belt. He's a grand master of martial arts. He has his own martial arts.
Bruce Lee
Chuck
invented his own
Kwondo.
martial arts.
He has his own
Kwondo.
Chuck Kwondo. I'm not even joking. Look it up. Chuck Kwondo. Look it up.
Does it actually exist?
It does. It's his own martial arts form. Chuck Kwondo.
But Bruce Lee invented his own martial arts form too. So
But Chuck Norris can whistle whilst he talks.
he can.
Yeah, when Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, he had 3 missed calls from Chuck Norris. That's how I think it is. Shall I continue?
No, you're obviously a Chuck Norris fan. So.
Well,
suffices to say, when you're in Texas, look behind you.
call a ranger. Whenever you're in Texas, call a ranger. Fear of spiders is called arachnophobia. Fear of tight spaces is claustrophobia. Fear of Chuck Norris is called logic.
Well, we have already reinforced this. Now we need to make a decision, and that's we're going to call upon Bardock. How high will we take it, and when do we start pulling different directions?
Well, I was thinking that these things over here, like these cliff faces, are going to have houses. So all the houses in the village are going to be on the top layer of the cave. So these pipes, I was thinking, would go flush with the ceiling, or as close to the ceiling as possible. So then, when you look out the window, so you're here in your house, in your balcony, you look out the window, you look up, you'll see all the tubes going around, sharing the lava with everyone, sharing the heat.
So we'll keep it one from the roof, more or less.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
So one from the roof, the top part of the pipe.
Yeah, with the because here we'll have to have an elbow joint or a T-joint to divert it. We can only really do it for ways, and then from there we can have other joints as well.
Yeah, and I was thinking like the one that goes into the wall here would disappear into the wall, so then we could have different
later on
pipes coming out from different areas, and then
we'll just put it into the wall, and then we'll pick them up later as we require them. We just
Yeah, sounds good to me. So yeah, as you can see, I've framed the entire back part with the new stone, the new brick stone, and some half stone blocks. So from a distance, it looks quite nice, I think. You see these blue blocks? I'm going to refer to them as blue blocks from now on.
Oh yeah, blue blocks.
These blue blocks, because I get tongue-tied if I say blue blocks sometimes. These blue blocks are just the markers, because here's a pro tip here. As Tapion and Rastral explained in the last preview video that they did, if you come up from underneath and you throw a step onto a block, you will get upside down steps, which look kind of nice. But you can only do that if it's actually hitting the top part of a block. So if I were to try and do that here, it wouldn't work. You just get a normal step, you see? So it has to be on the bottom part of another block. So always mark out with another block the area you need doing, like this. Then you can remove it without a problem. And yeah, this is an archway that I'm doing here. So yeah, once the archway is done, then fill in the rest with these. And there you have it, part of the arch. Another thing I tried out before, and it looked quite nice actually, is putting a furnace here, facing that way. So it looks like the lock of the door. I also gives it a nice patterned effect. Makes it look different. So put one there and one on this side here. Oops. There we go. Oh, when placing furnace blocks, always make sure to have another block above it, because you can't place blocks on furnaces. It will just open the furnace up. Okay, so now the final thing in this door is actually dressing up the inside. I wanted to make a little like a relief sort of thing. So I'm using lapis lazuli. You can use any type of block that you like, diamond or wood. But seeing as we're doing like an underground based thingamajig, then we're using precious stones and materials such as that. They're quite common down here, so the orcs really use them as building materials. They don't have any value, any monetary value. Did you know that lapis lazuli was actually used for pigments in the olden days?
Oh yes.
It was actually quite expensive
And rare, yes.
and rare. So blue paint was very, very expensive. So most artists didn't use blue in their paintings. Did you know that?
No. Lapis lazuli comes, it's been using it for many generations. The Egyptians used it.
Yeah.
The Mongol Empire used them. Imagine.
So yeah, I'm gonna put actually a picture if I find it. There's a painting that is done entirely using no blue whatsoever. They don't use blue because blue pigment was so expensive. But it actually looks as if it's using blue. It's done by placing grey paint next to orange paint. Orange is a complementary color of blue, so when you place orange next to grey, it brings out a blue hue. So you don't actually need blue. I'll post it when it's quite interesting.
That's our resident artist giving us an
art lesson there.
An art lesson there.
So yeah, I've placed these diamond blocks here in the center as well. Make it interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? One last thing. I've actually made like a little cup thing up there. This is because as we're not using torches, we're not going to be using torches in this build. We're going to be using lava and maybe firestone, fire blocks. What's it called? Nether brick.
Netherrack.
Netherrack, yeah, sorry. So I'm adding lava there, so that will light up the entire door completely. Well, most of it anyway. And it gives it a nice look as well. So I've done some of the fine trimming there. I've added some patterns, some fire over there. And these things over here. Don't worry about the darkness because we're going to have a stream of lava running underground all the way across. So this will be lit up a lot brighter. But for now, I'm going to use some of this red fence, some of this nether fence, to make the diamond look more held in place there. And then in the corners I'm going to put some buttons to make it look also to pop out. The idea here is to make it as intricate looking as possible, so if you look at that from a distance, actually looks quite nice. Also hinges. With these things we can use them as hinges, so that's too far down. Around there maybe. How does that look? Does that look good as a hinge? Or further down?
A bit further down.
There?
Yep. Maybe the other one, the top one, a bit further down.
Down as well. There, that looks good. So yeah, that gives the impression of a hinge there. And I think the door is pretty much complete.
Our lava extractor is ready. We are already pumping nicely.
It's already functional and operational.
Just need to do the square.
So yeah, that we can actually do for next week. We're gonna do paving. So we're gonna pave the entire floor. Well, maybe not the entire floor, but we're gonna make a path from here, from the door, all the way to the pipe. And as you can see, it's elevated here. This is going to be on ground level here. So when you climb up, this is going to be on ground level. There's going to be a sort of square here. And then when you walk past, you're going to see the pump in action. And then the pipes are going to run all across the ceiling. So yeah, it's already starting to take shape. I think that door looks quite nice, actually. And the pipe,
if you do say so yourself.
If I do say so myself. And the pipe, I hadn't finished. And the pipe also looks quite nice. So even though we haven't built any buildings or anything, you can already see the town taking shape.
Yeah, it gives you these two projects gives you a good idea of what the town's going to look like, the materials that we're going to be using, and yeah.
So plenty of raw materials, diamond, lapis, you know, redstone, sort of things that we want to make it realistic in the sense that this is a sort of stuff that the orcs living down here would have access to. So we're not going to use things like wood. We're not going to use things like torches, you know, that look a bit more outer worldy sort of thing, upper worldy sort of thing. So yeah, I think that's about it. So next week we might start building one of the houses. I'm not entirely sure which one or what we're going to do, but we'll discuss that over the week, and I hope you enjoyed the first builds. I think it's a good introductory build here. So yeah, see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.